He could see 2 minutes into the future, but the moment he fell in love, he saw how everyone dies. At the beginning of the story, we are introduced to a man named Chris. He possesses a unique ability. He can see exactly what will happen in the next 2 minutes of the future. Because of this power, Chris knows in advance what is about to happen. Using this ability, he frequently visits a casino where he places small bets and wins money. He deliberately avoids winning large amounts so that no one becomes suspicious of him. However, one day, as he keeps winning repeatedly, the casino's security team, monitoring him through CCTV cameras, begins to suspect him. Chris is fully aware that they are watching him. Since he already knows what will happen in the next 2 minutes, he cleverly escapes from the casino and goes straight to meet his friend. His friend warns him that he should leave the city immediately, but Chris refuses. He says that he will not leave until he meets a certain girl who keeps appearing in his visions. Chris constantly sees visions of a girl who comes to a diner at exactly 8:09. Because of this, he visits that diner every morning and night at 8:09, hoping that one day she will appear, so he can finally meet her and understand why she keeps showing up in his visions. Meanwhile, on the other side, we are introduced to Callie, an agent from FBI. Her boss informs her that a nuclear bomb has been stolen by terrorists, and it must be recovered quickly because they plan to use it against the country. Callie tells her boss that she wants to take Chris's help. Earlier, when Chris was manipulating events at the casino using his power, Callie had noticed something unusual. She had already reviewed the security footage, but before they could catch him, Chris had escaped. Callie is convinced that Chris has some kind of special power that allows him to see the future. While some people believe he is just a small-time magician, Callie strongly believes that he is not a magician at all. He truly has an extraordinary ability. Callie then goes to meet Chris. When Chris sees her, he asks how she managed to find him. Callie explains that the car he stole while escaping from the casino actually belongs to them and had a tracking device installed, which led her straight to him. Callie tells Chris that they need his help. Terrorists have stolen a nuclear bomb, and only he can help them recover it because he can see the future. However, Chris pretends to be unaware and tries to deny having any special ability. Callie warns him that if he refuses to cooperate, they will arrest him for car theft, and he will spend the rest of his life in prison. Just then, the police arrive at the scene, but in reality, none of this actually happened. Chris had already seen everything in his visions because he can see 2 minutes into the future. Before Callie could arrive at that location, Chris had already escaped. That same night, 2 men, who are actually terrorists, approach the casino's security chief. When he refuses to give them any information, they kill him. We then see Chris sitting inside the very diner where he has been repeatedly seeing visions of the girl. As soon as the clock hits 8:09, the girl walks in through the front door. Chris watches her closely. For a long time, he has been seeing visions of her, and now she is finally right in front of him. She comes in and sits down at a table. Chris then begins using his power repeatedly, looking 2 minutes into the future, again and again, trying different ways to talk to her. In every possible scenario, he attempts to start a conversation, but each attempt fails. Soon after, the girl's boyfriend arrives. The girl's name is actually Liz. Liz has already broken up with her boyfriend, but he wants to get back together with her. He grabs her hand, trying to stop her. Once again, Chris looks 2 minutes into the future. He sees several different possibilities. In one version, he even gets into a fight with the boyfriend, but Liz still leaves. In another possibility, Chris steps in to help Liz, and her boyfriend punches him. However, in that scenario, Liz finally starts talking to Chris. Chris then returns to the present moment and does exactly what he saw in that vision. She tells her boyfriend to leave and then asks Chris to sit across from her. The two of them begin talking. Chris says that he wants to go home, but his car has been stolen. In reality, he already knows where Liz is going. Liz tells him that she is heading in the same direction, but she has some work to do on the way and will need to stop briefly. Chris says he has no problem with that, and the two of them set off on the journey together. Meanwhile, we see Callie, who arrives at the diner where Chris and Liz had been sitting earlier. However, Chris has already left with Liz. Callie realizes that Chris must have seen this in advance. One of Callie's men inform her that the casino's security chief was killed during the night. Callie now understands that there are other people after Chris, people who want to capture him. She knows they must reach Chris before those people do. At the same time, we are shown the terrorists who are assembling the nuclear weapon. They also know that Chris can see the future and that Callie is trying to reach him. If Callie gets to Chris first, their entire plan will fail. That is why they want to reach Chris before her and kill him. We then see Chris and Liz stop at a certain place. In the past, Liz used to teach children there, and today it happens to be a child's birthday, which is why Liz has come there. While Liz is sitting among the children, a little girl asks her, she is talking about Chris. Liz denies it. The child then says that the way he looks at her, only someone in love looks like that. Liz turns and looks at Chris, who is indeed staring at her. After this, the two of them continue their journey. As night falls, it starts raining. When they go further, they discover that the road ahead is blocked, meaning they will have to spend the night nearby. They find a motel, but only one room is available, so they both take it. Chris tells Liz to sleep on the bed while he sleeps in the car. He goes outside to the car. Liz watches him through the window as he sleeps in the car. She becomes very impressed with him because he has not flirted with her even once. The next morning, Chris returns to the motel room, and Liz comes out after taking a shower. Chris is left staring at her. By now, Liz has also started liking him. She comes closer, and the two of them become intimate, meaning they are now in a relationship. After that, Liz tells Chris that she is going to the market to buy some things and leaves. While she is returning from the market, Callie reaches her. Callie tells Liz that she works for the FBI and is an agent. She takes Liz into her car and that he must be captured at any cost. Callie asks Liz to mix a sedative into Chris's drink so that once he becomes unconscious, they can arrest him. Callie convinces Liz. Because Liz loves Chris, she later tells him everything. How an FBI officer stopped her outside and gave her a drug to mix into his drink. Chris then tells Liz the truth. He explains that he has a special power that allows him to see 2 minutes into the future. But when he is with her, he doesn't just see 2 minutes ahead, he can see much farther, even several days into the future. After hearing all this, Liz is deeply hurt. She realizes that if she is with Chris today, it may not be because of genuine love, but because Chris already saw everything in the future, and this relationship might be part of a trap created by his visions. Her heart breaks. Chris explains how he had been seeing visions of her for a long time. He says that he only ever wanted to meet her and never planned anything beyond that. Liz then asks what the FBI wants from him. Chris tells her that they want his help to catch some terrorists. Liz tells him that he should help them. Chris replies that even if he wants to, he cannot because he can only see 2 minutes into the future. He then writes something on a piece of paper and tells Liz to read it exactly 45 seconds after he leaves, and to do exactly what is written. After that, he starts running. The FBI agents, who were already waiting for him, begin chasing him. Exactly 45 seconds later, Callie follows the instructions written on the paper. She starts the car and pushes it down the slope toward the area where Chris is running. Chris had already seen this future. He knew exactly where to jump to avoid being hit, and he escapes safely. However, as soon as he reaches the road below, Callie is standing in front of him, pointing a gun at him. Suddenly, stones and debris start falling from above. Chris warns her that large, wooden beams are about to fall on her. Callie says that if he can see the future, he can save her, but she refuses to move. She knows Chris is a good person, and Chris cannot watch her die, so he saves her. Soon after, FBI agents arrive and capture Chris. He is injured and loses consciousness. Meanwhile, Liz is shown being kidnapped by the terrorists. When Chris regains consciousness, he finds himself tied to a chair, with Callie standing in front of him. Chris asks why he has been tied up, reminding her that he saved her life. Callie responds that this is not about her life. It is about the lives of millions of people. She then shows him the news and asks him to tell her what is going to happen next. She wants information about the terrorists and the nuclear weapon. Chris watches the news, which triggers his visions. In the future, he sees Liz tied to a chair by the terrorists, and then he sees her being killed. This terrifies him. He becomes desperate to save Liz at any cost. Seeing the fear on Chris's face, Callie realizes that he has seen something. She asks him what happened. Chris tells her that she must untie him. Callie agrees. Once free, Chris uses his power to outsmart the FBI and escapes. He reaches the exact place he saw in his vision where Liz was killed. Callie follows him there. Chris tells Callie that in exactly 2 hours, someone will come there and kill him and Liz as well. Callie says that Liz can still be saved, but Chris must work with them and they will help him in return. Chris agrees. Callie asks him to try to remember the license plate number of the vehicle that brought Liz there. Chris looks into the future, sees the number, and tells her. Callie then tells him to go to the spot where he was shot earlier, while she freezes all nearby mobile towers, cutting off communication so no one can contact each other. As Chris reaches that location, a bullet hits him, and he collapses. On the rooftop of a nearby building, we see the terrorist who shot him. The terrorist tries to call his companions, but the FBI arrives and shoots him dead. Chris gets back up. He had already known exactly where the bullet would hit, so he had protected that part of his body, saving his life. Chris once again looks into the future and discovers where Liz is being held. He helps the FBI by guiding them to the correct spot. The attack is successful. Taking advantage of the chaos, Liz manages to escape, but the terrorist leader captures her again and says he will not release her until they get out safely. He takes her inside a factory. Chris advances with Callie and the team. He knows everything where each terrorist is, where each bullet will come from. Inside the factory, Chris begins analyzing all possible futures. Every time he confronts the terrorist leader, who has Liz and a gun, Chris dies in most scenarios. But finally, he sees one possibility in which Liz survives. Following Chris's instructions, Callie and the team act exactly as he says. They kill the terrorist leader and rescue Liz. A bomb is found attached to her body, which is safely removed. Everything seems fine. Suddenly, Chris has one final vision. He says they made a mistake. The terrorists had already activated the nuclear weapon, and it is going to explode in 1 minute. There is nothing they can do. The next moment, the nuclear weapon explodes, killing everyone. Chris and Liz both die. Then the story suddenly returns to the moment when Chris and Liz first became intimate at the motel. In reality, Chris is still in that moment. Everything that happened afterward was something he had seen in the future. Chris tells Liz everything and says that he must help the FBI. He promises that he will return to her. It may take time, but he loves her and asks her to wait for him. Chris then calls Callie. She arrives, and Chris tells her that he knows where the nuclear weapon is, but Liz's life is in danger, so she must be protected. Callie assures him that Liz will be safe. Chris and Callie leave together, implying that they will soon find the nuclear weapon. In the end, we learn that Chris's power allows him to see 2 minutes into the future, but whenever Liz is near him, he can see far ahead, days into the future. Perhaps that is why fate, or nature itself, kept showing him visions of Liz so he could find her, save humanity, and change the future. And with this, the movie comes to an end. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell.